Welcome to a
Well,
brand new episode of Formula Pod. And today we're talking all about the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, as in a high speed circuit, a high speed street circuit with way too much corners on a track. And then we will have basically a rookie coming and beating the goats. That much only I'll say.
yeah.
And yeah, today's episode, the crew has changed quite a bit because as expected, Jason bailed out last minute, which is basically not a surprise.
We're
But
used to it at this point, right?
but we have
Jason,
a
if you listen.
Ferrari. But at least we have a Ferrari person there who has come down. Last episode we recorded, we couldn't put up, unfortunately. So this time I'm like, no matter what, I'm getting my intro right, and then we're getting this thing up and out. So yeah, so today we have Vishruti joining us all the way from London.
Hello.
Yeah, she's given a bit more of a responsibility now, which I shall tell later on. And then we've got Sonia joining us from Abu Dhabi, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she is basically near a track. I'm basically not near a track.
I'm like 2 hours from a track.
Well, yeah. So let's actually kick off our show today, talking about the how will say in UK like the Wonder Kid,
Mm-hmm. And
Oliver Behrman. What a fab substitute! Like a team cannot like standards with his performance. Just sitting
no.
on for 1 hour of free practice and then quali and then the race and a circuit like Saudi Arabia. High speed corner, high speed, all the most amount of corners in a Formula One track. Like
Yeah.
it's just insane. Like how the correct time, Carlos Sainz had appendicitis, and then Oliver ended up coming in. Okay, we're just gonna call him Ollie from now on because Oliver sounds too formal. Ollie sounds more
Ollie's like
comfortable.
Ollie suits him. No, Ollie's like he has a little
Yes.
adorable face. Arjun, I know you've heard so much about this, and I've told this to Sonia as well, but oh my god, I just want to squish him. Sorry,
It's
guys.
amazing. So cute.
He's like a little baby. But honestly though, he doesn't race like a little baby. He races like he owns the track. He honestly like he qualified P11. He was 0.036 from getting into Q3, right? And on top of that, the actual race P7. He in the in the drivers championship is on P10. I don't I that he's at the bottom of the list for P2 for FP I mean, for F2, and he's on P10 in F1. He scored 6 points. He had the most amazing race. I mean, he was holding off Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton, who were on softs. I don't understand how that boy did it. He was amazing.
Well, we need to ask it to the Ferrari fan herself, Sonia. What did you actually feel when you saw a 18-year-old kid instead of the smooth operator?
I'm worried. Okay, so last year was the first year I followed F2, and I really liked Ollie, so I was like a fan from the start. So when I got the notification, I was like, okay, what's wrong with Carlos? So I
Yeah.
felt really bad for Carlos, and I hope like he recovers quickly. But I was so happy for Ollie to get this experience because I think it was also his first time ever in an F1 car. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
this award, he was just like incredible, and I'm just so proud. I feel like I'm his parents, so I cannot even imagine how he must feel for his parents
Oh,
because
I
like
feel
I
that.
just, oh my God, like he's 18 years old. What the heck? He had one practice session and then he went straight to quali. And like you say, like P11 was like, he was so close to Hamilton. It's insane. And then scoring points, like he beat like Logan and all of those people. Like what? He has more points than them. So I'm like so happy and proud of him. And I hope in the future or like next year, with all the silly season, we will get more rookies like him and Liam Lawson. So we'll see.
Absolutely. I've been seeing all these videos around of like the comparison between Alex Albon's appendicitis
And then
post
Nick DeVries.
Albon's thing, and then Carlos's, like the amount of things that comes out after that, like Alex Albon, Nick DeVries gets a seat, and then he doesn't do well. Daniel Ricciardo comes in, Liam Lawson comes in, and I'm just like, I'm seeing that, and it's like, what's gonna happen with Carlos Sainz, and what happens with because of Carlos Sainz's appendicitis? And I'm like, just take it part by part, please. Just give it a moment. All I want is for Ollie to get a seat and do well. That's it.
Well, traditionally, Ferrari has the thing where they normally only put an experienced person behind the wheel, like
Hmm.
a veteran or
I mean, it
someone.
can't
That's
be
why.
Ferrari. It's kind of obviously can't be Ferrari because they both drivers have.
No,
I
that's
mean,
basically how it works. But
oh,
this time again, Fred Vasseur just played the tricks a lot differently. And I feel probably Fred Vasseur may be the good thing that has happened for Ferrari in a
Oh
long
yes, for
time.
sure.
Because again, not he's not an engineer per se,
hmm.
because Mattia Bonotto was, but then he's playing the game a bit differently. Which on one end for Ferrari they're liking it because so basically like during this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the guy who basically signed Lewis Hamilton, John Elkann, he's the executive chairman of Ferrari, he was down watching the race along with Oliver Behrman's dad. Okay, and they actually like the top management also finally got a chance to see how their driver academy driver, if put in a Ferrari, will perform. So if he can do with just 1 hour of training on that F1 car, manage to bring 6 points home, the car in a clear, safe condition, he's a pretty good rookie.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
also to think that it wasn't an easy track. Like it's such an intense track, and you did so good. And I was watching qualifying, so I didn't watch the race. We went to a concert, but I kept like watching the Twitter notification.
yeah.
But I watched the quali and I was like, oh my gosh, for someone that hasn't been in an F1 car, he's doing so well. Like, yes, he hit the like curves a few times and missed the wall, like, you know, but he did so good. I mean, like, if we get in a F1 car, we would crash, like, for sure.
Honestly,
But like, he
yeah.
did so good. And I was just so impressed.
And the thing is, this kid was not even happy with his P11. Like
Yeah,
he was like, I was so close to getting to P7 for quali. I'm like, you did like in his last lap, which was also equally as great as his flying lap. He was like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys, I didn't do well." And the team, the radio just goes, "Ollie, what are you talking about? You did so well. We're so proud of you." And I'm just like, honestly, kid, you have done amazingly well. I've like Sonia said, I feel like a proud mother.
For
and
the
even
first time, it's
after,
like they drive because normally we say okay, it's Ferrari's problem. And this time, the way how Ferrari reacted itself was so different.
Oh yeah,
Like again, Ollie was trying to take things on himself, but actually, by Ferrari standards, he was performing exceptionally well.
honestly, for the
yeah,
Like
first
and even
time
again,
in an F1
after the
car,
race, even after the race, he was like, I hope I did good. Did I do good? And I was like, excuse me.
you did
This
so
F1
well.
team. What?
Honestly, like each and every interview that I saw is like, I hope I gave a good job interview. I'm like, kid, I kid you not. If you do not get a seat, I will personally go to F1. I will go to anything related to Ferrari. I will go to Ferrari Driver Academy just to get you a seat. I will create a seat for you. I
oh
Yeah.
am
my
that
god,
ready. Arjun, you have no idea how much
you
seeing
know,
Ollie race has
you
affected me.
know, on second thoughts, I'm like, is the Lando Norris fan just running to Oliver
Listen.
come
My
on.
F2 favorite from the beginning has been Ollie. Okay, my
Yeah.
F1 favorite
but
has
but
been Lando Norris. But
but
just remember,
what if you have Oliver Behrman on one seat and you've got Lando Norris on the other seat, who would you pick?
don't
No,
do this to
listen,
me, man.
listen. I know in what position she is because I have also like more than one favorite driver.
No, no, it's
It's
fine.
so
All of us,
difficult, Arjun.
all of us have. All of us have.
But
Again,
I kid you not. But Arjun, I kid you not. This race, when I was watching, I was screaming Ollie's name more happily than Lando's. Okay, I have no idea why. I'm like, probably first boy, first race for this kid. I'm gonna support him through. I wore red. I wore red instead of my McLaren t-shirt. I wore a plain, simple red t-shirt instead of my proper, fully paid, actually like partnered
design.
with McLaren t-shirt.
Okay, okay. We got, we get you, girl. We get you. Don't worry.
But
We've got
all I want is for Ollie and Lando in the future to be in one team together so that I will happily live in my
you.
peace and quiet.
Oh, that's good.
That would
So,
be that would be the biggest help anyone can ever get, whether it's a Ferrari, whether it's a Red Bull, whether it is a McLaren or a Mercedes. If these two are on the same team, I support that team. That's
well,
it.
let's see how it goes because as far as what I see is now since he's given this, all teams have taken an eye on this guy. And
Absolutely.
realistically, the easiest way he will get in is with Haas
Yeah.
because Haas is powered by a Ferrari engine. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's kind of like a team where, okay, because like, okay, I don't know whether you remember, like when Charles Leclerc joined F1, he was first with Alfa Romeo and then he joined Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
So he, ideally, it can either be a case where Charles Leclerc is anyways having his contract extended for a good amount of time.
Oh yeah.
He's never leaving.
Yeah, and Lewis Hamilton, as I know, probably will have
Sonia, it's a fact.
or 2 years or 3 years at the best. So by that
I
time,
mean,
hopefully, Ferrari, like if Lewis Hamilton wins something for Ferrari, God knows. But I'm pretty sure, like after Lewis Hamilton, probably, it's definitely going to be Oliver Bowman. Just so that by that time he is an experienced driver, and he
yeah.
can bring himself down to that car and give his full. But my only concern is he driving for Haas. Will he just lose all his talent?
Well,
No,
see, Haas
that
is really good this season. I don't know. Okay, well, it's
they're
only
better than
been two
Alpine, that's for
races.
sure.
Yeah, so like he
Alpine is
can
the new
start.
Haas.
We need to talk about that
Well,
as well, because like
But
I
let's
can't.
actually like keeping Ollie aside. I think we've been talking for about Ollie for a while now. But
it's like
I
a
need
Too
to talk
long.
about Haas.
Uh
They
huh.
just did like a very superb mental math and just managed to secure 1 point. But at one point, they gave their
Cause
life and blood out to it.
they specifically, you need to specify who. Kevin Magnussen gave his life and blood. 20-second penalty, and he held up a whole
We need to
train.
talk about the penalties. We need to talk about the penalties.
Cool.
All the horses. We have to talk about all the penalties. But I'm specifically talking about Haas, like Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, P10, P11 positions. Again, Nico was one of the last people to actually switch his tires to softs. Like
Mm-hmm.
again, because he went on for that longer stint, and surprisingly, like again, he just like lost 2 positions because the gap between P10, P11, and P12 were quite long.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden his penalties coming in and then Nico managing to get back onto the top and then getting everything done. And surprisingly, because Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris fight was going on, Ollie was told just to like, okay, you don't need to worry about that. These both are fighting, let they do their thing. Once someone overtakes someone, then only we're gonna talk about all about you to be bothered. So in front, basically, Nico had like a pretty solid plan. He's like, okay, at least I'm getting 1 point and I'm going home. And Kevin was very defensive in terms of all the what do you call, it's kind of now called the Kevin train
Mm-hmm.
because
I love it.
he was been holding all those cars and there was like a crazy amount of DRS strain going on that
Mm-hmm.
all cars had DRS. And you may expect like, okay, this should be like the top 10 cars, right? Well, it's not. It's the bottom 10 cars. And then towards the, like, I remember like the commentary, they were like fancying, oh, they were basically just waiting for Valtteri Bottas to join the train because he was the last person to join the train.
I can't. Like I
Honestly, Honestly, whatever was working was in their head, it worked. So apparently, there are no points for Visa Cash App RB, no points for Williams, no points for Alpine, 1 point for Haas.
Go hard.
1 point for Haas.
For once, they're not in the bottom, and I'm quite happy with it because this
No,
would
no,
just,
see,
for
they weren't.
me, in my mind, give way to Ollie.
Well, that's most certainly there. But uh, again, I need to also talk about Visa Cash App RB. I don't know, like, I think we all haven't noticed it, but Daniel Ricciardo, for some reason, had a very long pit stop.
Yeah, Daniel.
35.
It was Daniel Charles. It was quite a lot of them had like a long pit stop. It was
No, no,
Daniel.
no, 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 no. So, Valtteri Bottas has the top of the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That one was from last race. But this
Yeah.
week, it was Joe Guan Yu who got this, but he didn't stay for that long. But
Mm-hmm.
he got an extendedly long pit stop. But then again, Daniel Ricciardo, that long of a pit stop, like, again, it was not like the pit lane was filled and stuff. It was none of
Yeah.
those. It
Mm-hmm.
was just him just getting his tires changed, and then something happened.
Yeah.
But third, but again, I don't know. In the first two races, I'm seeing long pit stops, longer gap between Max Verstappen and everyone else. It doesn't feel so right for some reason. And that too, like, along with that, let me add enough amount of off-track drama. Enough amount.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know what's going on. Like, Red Bull, honestly, I won't talk. At least one
There's
thing is that
so much going
at
on
least
in
one
Red
thing I know
Bull.
is that Ferrari just did all their drama pre-season, and they're like,
Oh yeah.
okay, guys, no more drama. Game on. Let's get this thing done.
Ferrari, Haas, both of them. I mean, drama done and dusted. Mercedes too, and then Red Bull comes with their beautiful, beautiful drama. I mean, do you think it's possible,
Sonny,
Max?
you go for this. You
It's
go for this.
possible. What's possible?
Do you think it's possible Max could potentially shift to Mercedes?
Oh, you know what? I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I think it would be a dumb move, honestly, because he's doing so good and Red Bull is on top. I feel like they should just get rid of Christian Horner at this point because he is
I think they
the
are. I
he's the
hope they are.
problem.
I mean, excuse me, but I don't know. I've never had a good feeling about him.
Yeah, right?
Well, again, there were some rumors that were going out, but then again, we don't know. It's just like I cannot credibly say that okay, that may be a thing because it's just rumors, so we don't know as to how factually right it is.
Mm,
But honestly, Christian Horner, okay, Christian Horner is a valued person in the F1 paddock because the longest serving team principal, what he's got, what, 7 titles to his name, being team principal.
yeah.
What and plus, like, okay, as how Sonia said, when Verstappen may go to Mercedes, when Daniel went to Renault, Christian Horner had the same feeling. Is like, that's a very dumb move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for Max personally, it wouldn't be good, but I feel like they need to sort out the drama and get rid of the person causing the drama. Whoever it is, they need to figure that out.
Well, yeah, like it again. I would like like off season drama because at least we are kind of entertained with something. We don't miss
Yeah.
Formula One because missing races is one big thing, honestly.
Mm.
But uh, at least we would love that drama to still continue. But then not during the race, please.
Yeah, and not that severe. Let's just take it down a
Exactly.
notch.
Like, at least, like, from some end, I personally feel this is probably like Red Bull just probably plowing up stuff and they want to just get more visibility. But again, I'm like, because Mercedes, for example, the valuation of Mercedes increased because Lewis Hamilton was constantly getting poles. But then that time, the thing was that it was not always like it was not every race dominated by Lewis. Either you will have Valtteri Bottas. Again, it was more the team than one driver.
Yeah.
Over here, it's just more like, okay, you're seeing with Max. Checo. I would want to see more of Checo and Max. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I need more of Sergio Perez to win over Max Verstappen because it's boring after a point.
I mean, well, not just between them. I feel like I need fights between other teams for P1. You know, not just
No,
one
again, that's
person
also
blowing
one
off
thing
in the distance.
because one thing when I saw from preseason testing, what I understood was I was like, okay, Visa Cash RB may be a good contender. They are leveling up the game and stuff, and I'm like, okay, we'll see. But it's still they're still behind, and I thought, okay, probably the highlighter car or Kick Sauber, I thought they will be leveling up the game, but nope, they also didn't level up the game. It was rather just all the other teams. And I know Mercedes did quite some jobs with their upgrades, but it hasn't been working to their
Mhm.
what do you call it hasn't been working to their favor for some reason. Again, I need to specifically talk about Lewis Hamilton holding Oscar Piastri
Oh,
because that was a classic defense by the greatest of all time.
honestly. No, I will give him that because that was beautiful. Just watching that, seeing the fight between the both of them was like, oh my god, it was so entertaining. I loved it so much.
No, like technically you're like the second oldest driver and the second youngest driver on the grid.
Yeah,
Because technically Oscar Piastri was the youngest driver on the grid
Yeah,
eh, until
but
Ollie came into the
Ollie,
scene. So the second oldest driver and the second youngest driver. The second youngest driver apparently had a good car on a straight. Even though he had DRS, Lewis was playing a superb game of defending him.
it was beautiful. I mean, Oscar was able to overtake almost everyone. Like, I mean, you could see him. His overtake on Alonso was beautiful. Okay, and it was without DRS, and it was gorgeous, right? And then enter Lewis Hamilton with old tires, and he's still able to defend them, still able to
No,
keep his position. Just watching that blew my mind. I don't. It's Lewis Hamilton. At times where I'm like, okay, how? And then I'm like, it's Lewis Hamilton. Honestly, wish it's Lewis Hamilton. He can do it.
yeah,
no,
that's where
but
they
see,
speak
because
them.
always with probably say with Hamilton, you won't say he's that kind of minister of defense sorts because it's
Yeah,
always Checo Perez.
yeah.
But this time when I saw again, he's on like a 30 plus lap old medium sets of tire. You've got Oscar with probably like 12 or 13 laps old sets of hards. The entire thing working out was a surprise,
Oh, it was beautiful.
honestly. But yeah, but I'm sorry I cut Sonia off. Like Sonia, what you had to say something. Go ahead.
Now I can't remember, but I have a question. So I didn't watch the race, but at the end I saw like a little bit of it, and I want to know why did they took so long to pit Lando and Lewis?
Yeah, I had that question too.
Because
Well,
Lando could have done so much better, but why? What went wrong, or was it their strategy? I don't know.
well, you see, the one of the main things can also be is just that, like some drivers they want to go a bit longer on the strategy, and not that two drivers will have the same strategy.
Mhm.
Each driver will have a different strategy, so that's why, um, from one end, like you have the more newer driver going in the newer set of tires, whereas the older drivers who actually can control the pace because ideally you're doing like the safety car came in and all the drivers went in and you don't want to do a double. If you do a double stack, problem is in case if one of the cars may face an issue, the other car is waiting on queue.
Yeah, yeah,
So it
Okay, so it
sometimes
was
can be like an
basically
offset plan. It can be an offset
yeah.
plan where they're going that much and then they're like, okay, we're going to use this tires, get it all out. Because the rule as per Formula One is you need to use two sets of tires.
yeah.
That is the rule. So
So it was also
they have
kind
to.
of like the safety car, but also their choice.
No, and plus, both the teams thought there will be another safety car coming in, but it
Oh,
didn't.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what post race
Makes
interview
sense.
Lando said, that we thought there would be another safety car. I mean, it's Saudi.
Yeah.
They
Makes
they thought it was gonna be there was gonna be another safety car, but there wasn't. Um, he was like, "I'm happy for Oscar, but we tried as much as we could, and this is all we could get." And he was like, "I'm not that happy about it, but at the same time, this was the best."
yeah. Okay.
Two things
Makes
about
sense.
Lando though that I want to bring up
I
about
want to
this
bring
race.
something up too.
Okay, so if we're on the same page, it's either the jump start or yeah, there we go, the jump start. And I also want to talk. The second one's a little more my personal thing. Just as a side note, I was very happy to see Lando race leader. Top when everybody pitted.
Because the
Super
only
happy to see
race
that.
leader this season other than Max.
Honestly, the only one, and I was like, I know it's just the start of the season, but Fish, calm down. I was like, literally telling myself, you can do it. It's fine. It's happy. You're really happy that Lando's the race leader, but it's not gonna last. He needs to pit, and he's not gonna get back up because Max Verstappen exists, right? So I was still happy to see him as race leader for like what, 8, 9 laps, 10 laps. I was very happy about that. But now, moving on to the jump start.
Like
George
I wasn't.
Russell.
Yeah.
Such a snitch! Such a snitch! Who's the Mercedes boys?
They're
Well,
like
you realize that
working.
you people are have jumped above us, so he just used
Very
probably
happy.
Red Bull's trick,
Well, you
whichever
know what?
strategy to use, just so that okay, he's not getting that point.
I
And
loved
plus,
it.
George
When
Russell is the what do you call the president of the Drivers Association. So, as a president, he has got duties to do.
He literally said, Norris, jump start. I'm like, my
yeah,
god, this boy, what is he
when
doing?
I was watching the video of the jumpstart and then George responds, and like I don't care. Okay, it sucks that he snitches, but I don't care. That's fine. But the fact that he was like not even off the line and he
Yeah,
switched,
his time was on
I
the
was
line. And
like,
I'm just like,
it was
I mean,
it was
the
fast.
FIA did one thing right by not giving Lando the penalty. Because like our group chat was, the boys were just saying, "Oh no, 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 Lando deserves a penalty. Lando gets a penalty." Everyone, and then there's me. I'm like, no, he's fine.
But like, I mean, George's response was like so fast. I was like, you didn't even start your car yet, and you were already
Observation
thinking.
skills.
Like, relax. That was funny.
Well, it is what it is, but I need to talk about the FIA, race
Oh
control
yeah,
pen. 10 seconds?
yeah. We need to get into that.
10 seconds? Really? You don't know the number
It's
five?
like they have a personal vendetta against Kevin Magnussen.
No,
That's
exactly.
all.
Like,
I just,
okay,
and not even just once, twice.
yeah, two 10-second penalties. And it's
For
again,
what?
so one incident was basically he pushed Alex Albon, he didn't give them space. And another one, I believe, was against Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beginning.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the beginning. So they're giving 10 seconds, and I'm like, okay, give this to like a Red Bull driver. Sergio Perez just got a
yeah.
5 second penalty.
Perez did get a 5 second penalty though. Very happy
But,
about
I
that.
think no, but the
but give him
FIA is
more.
so inconsistent because last year when George would like crash into someone, they would be like 5 seconds, it's fine. But if somebody do like something so small, they're like, nope, 10
I
or
don't
like
know
whatever.
what happened. It's like I feel like the FIA had a personal vendetta against Kevin Magnussen, and Kevin Magnussen took it out on the rest of the drivers behind him.
With the driver's trade.
Literally, how it happened is like, I will cause a crash. It was the last thing I do. Create havoc all over this track.
And like I personally didn't feel that kind of like 10-second penalties. Again, I know the record at the was with Esteban Ocon having 35 seconds of time penalty for having
To show you the memes, I will
like
put up the meme because I
so
have
so
to once this episode comes out. But there's a meme of Kevin Magnussen's face put up on Esteban Ocon's, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
no so it's like so Esteban Ocon got time penalties back in Red Bull Ring in Austria because of track limits, like constant amount of track limits. It went so bad that
Even that
35
universe,
seconds
I
had
like
to be through.
forgot them.
Honestly.
No, I was just thinking, like, okay, imagine this guy and him and the last driver. There were just like hardly 10 seconds of difference. What's these people gonna do with the remaining 20 seconds?
Who knows?
Technically,
Put
the
him at the
last.
bottom.
Like,
DNF him? No, that's not.
no, if you DNF him, he will have it in the next race. 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, he'll bring it out.
So
Oh
apparently,
my
this is a thing. If for example, Jensen Button, if he ever manages to get into an F1 car, he will have 20 seconds of penalty left. Sorry, not 20. He has a 10-second penalty left from his final race when he raced for Braun I think for Braun or McLaren, I'm not sure. But he had got a 10-second time penalty, which he has to claim in the next race.
But
That's
there
so
is no. How does
I'm
that work?
saying,
Did they know he was retiring?
yeah, but then it's a penalty. Penalty was penalty.
That'll just be over his head for the rest of his life then.
No,
Beautiful.
so you realize why Jensen Button doesn't compete in F1 anymore, because he's like, if I come in, I'm having a 10-second time penalty waiting for me.
Interesting.
It's
Oh
waiting.
my
It's
god.
waiting. At least these times we know, like, okay, if a time penalty comes in automatically from your result, if you don't do it as a pit stop in your result, it's kind of compensated out. But all
Yeah.
the time that was the case. But
What if Kevin Magnussen was all the way at the bottom and like he
no,
had
that's
to
what I'm
wait out that?
saying. That's what I'm saying. If that's the case, what about the remaining number of seconds?
Yeah.
Like you're not
Maybe he
more.
would be carried over to the next
Like,
race.
if
Is that
for
possible?
example, if for example, let's say if Max Verstappen gets a 20-second time penalty, which on God's earth will never happen.
Arjun, look at my face. Arjun, do not make me hopeful, man. Please.
I know. I
It
That's what I
wouldn't
said. I
matter.
That's why I said it will not
Wouldn't
happen
matter.
in my wildest dreams. If it did, if it did, I will just buy like I probably will like spend like 1,000 dirhams or like around like which could roughly estimate around what nearly 400 USD of just shopping Mercedes like all other team merch.
I will rejoice. Arjun, I will
But
throw a
you know
dinner
what?
and I will grant you guys a ticket from there, from UAE to London, just to invite you to the dinner because I will be that happy.
Well, you have to even sort our visas as well, please.
Done.
Yes.
I don't have a strong
Done.
passport. Sonia
Like I
probably
do.
more stronger passport, but not me.
No, but I still need a visa, so please help me
All
out.
right, okay, then we're on the same boat. So yeah, visa and tickets, please.
Commonwealth countries. Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
know what? There's something I learned this over the race weekend. So in the F1 Academy, the race leader or the race winner of the second race, she got a time penalty because
Yeah,
she
yeah,
took
yeah.
the checkered flag twice, and I didn't know that's a thing.
I didn't know that's a thing
Oh
too.
my
And then
God. That's
when
a
I
very good thing
was,
I'm hearing. I'm actually even seeing in like watching F1 for the past 6 years. It's
yeah,
the first time I'm seeing such a penalty in the first place.
we need to
No,
talk about F1 Academy as well because
yes,
honestly, I mean, first of all, let's start with that. Okay, Dorian Pitt had a beautiful race. Her first race was amazing. Her second race was even more spectacular. And then Abby Pulling comes in second, right? I never expected that. I didn't know that that was an issue to begin with. And I see this notification about 2 hours after, and I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I
Like,
was like, how can that be like penalty worthy? That's stupid.
yeah,
I don't
you just because
know.
you crossed the checkered flag twice, like, take
But
a
that's the
victory
problem.
lap. Let her take a victory lap in peace. And then she was what, pushed down to P9?
No, isn't she still on? No, I don't know.
No, 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 no. She was pushed down to like below 5.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
so,
Wait, wait,
that
wait.
is
She was
so
pushed down to
good.
below 5. I will check which one. Because driver standing, top 10. Yeah, she was pushed to P9. So Abby pulling
No,
Maya Wugnaria Marty.
that sucks because she
She,
did had a really good
yeah.
run. Because
She
even
comes
Abby
right
Pulling came
between
in good.
Amna Al-Kubaisi and Chloe Chambers.
Oh, shame.
You
Poor
know,
girl.
but
Yeah.
the one good thing apparently is just that even though Red Bull is only dominating in F1, in all the other series, they are nowhere dominating.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. See, because, like, honestly, the driver standings. Okay, first of all, race 1 in Jeddah was Dorian Pin, who races for Mercedes, right? Race 2 was Abby Pulling, who races for Alpine, right? And then the driver standings, it's Abby Pulling, okay, Maya Woog, who races for Ferrari, then Dorian Pin. She would have been P1 if it weren't for the penalty, right? And then Bianca Bustamante, who races for McLaren, Nerea Marti, who races for Tommy Hilfiger, Chloe Chambers, Haas, Jessica Edgar, who has, I mean, she drives for the Academy. And then comes the first Red Bull in P8 with Hamd Al Kubaisi. P8. I have never seen a Red Bull in the driver standings in P8 in my life of watching
You know,
F1.
I also thought like they would do better because I was like, okay, cool, like they're choosing Amna and Hamda, and I was like, okay, they're gonna be, this is gonna be good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, oh my word, I was like, no, they're suck. But it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. And the thing is, though, guess who is in the last place in the driver standings? Emily D. Hughes, who races for Red Bull.
No, that's big.
I,
Oh,
Emily races for Red Bull Ford. So Red Bull has
mm-hmm,
a partnership with Ford starting from 2026 with the Red Bull powertrains. So Emily's car is
mm-hmm,
has got like a Ford logo on it.
yeah.
we should also talk about the liveries because some of them are really cool and then others are really boring. I don't know what they
Mm,
did.
yeah.
Okay,
Like,
which according to you is the coolest livery in that?
okay, so I like it if they match the F1 car. So the Aston Martin one is like spot on. I love that one. And then I like the Tommy Hilfiger one and the
Yeah.
Charlotte Tilbury. That's my three
Nice.
favorites. But
Wait, the
then
Aston
I
Okay.
don't
Martin
know
car?
what they
I need
did
to see
with
what's the Aston Martin
McLaren.
car. I need to see what's the Aston Martin car
Did you
now.
say you don't like
Wow.
McLaren?
No, no, because it's just like I don't know. I feel like they could have done more. You
But
know?
I liked the car. I really like Bianca. Probably because I'm also partial to McLaren because I love Bianca as well.
No, but see, I like McLaren. I do, but I feel like they could have done something better. I feel like
You
it's so
know
plain
what
and too
livery I
boring.
really love though? Other than Charlotte Tilbury, I really love the Puma one. Aurelia Nobles is
Yeah,
the
is it that like purple-ish one?
purple sunset kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Oh, it's
I like that.
gorgeous. It's so
It
beautiful.
is.
It stands out. It really
Mhm.
stands out. Like that stands out. And then Lola's car stands out. It's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. I
Yeah.
really
Well,
love the cars.
I'm just a bit surprised you saying you liked the Aston Martin logo. Sorry, the Aston Martin
The
car because yeah, like technically it's just the same British green on a smaller, less power car. Because
Yeah,
I
no,
like the Mercedes, like no questions over there.
yeah,
Because the black Mercedes having a bit of a neonish green with the number 28, I did like that car.
I
But of
like
course,
Dorian's car.
I
yeah,
think
I like
my
Dorian's car because that was
expectation
fast too.
That's just an extra.
I think
Fast
my
too.
expectations of the cars were it's gonna be like exactly the F1 cars, you know.
Hmm.
I think that's the problem. Like I thought they're gonna make it the same livery. So when I saw like the McLaren, I was like, oh, they could have done like a little bit more, you know. I feel like
Hmm.
McLaren is such a creative team; they could have done something better. So that's why I like the cars where the colors are like popping and it's like
No, but then let me
noticeable.
ask you, which cars did you didn't like the livery of in F1 Academy?
Okay, hold up. Let me get all the cars.
Kick Sauber.
Hey,
I'm
don't insult the highlighter car,
you literally call it a highlighter.
because I can.
I was so straightforward about it. Arjun, you weren't. You aren't.
I use sarcasm. I mean,
I quite like Amna's car. The
Visa
Visa
Cash
Cash
App
App
ID.
RP.
The
Amna's car is
racing
nice. I
are
like the
also
colors.
cool.
Well, you may not like McLaren just because McLaren is in F1. McLaren has got way too much sponsors that they don't even have space for more sponsors.
Yeah,
Whereas the Bianca's car is just like an orange.
plain.
It's
It's
more
not
like
orange. It's not orange.
it's
It's
It's like
papaya.
papaya.
more,
It's
I don't
It's
know.
papaya. Exactly. Just going back to F1 for a split second. This weekend when I was watching Oscar Piastri chase Lewis Hamilton, the car actually changed colors. I could see the color change and exactly what they were talking about. It was
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I saw
It was
that, and I was like,
beautiful.
is it just like the lights or like what's happening?
In the lights, I got so what they said was when they were explaining the liveries is that with the light, the way it hits, the color will change in the McLaren is the way we view it. And I was on a call with Arjun. We were watching the first half of the race, and then I see them. I'm like, Arjun, the car, it looks so good. He got
no,
so
That's
excited.
true.
I for a second thought it may be the problem with the cameras which are broadcasting this thing. That say the
No,
colors may have just went a bit more on the deeper end because technically you were
no,
having like a
it was
black car on the side, like a black and a silver car, and both if gone dark, black is black and gray will basically like silver will probably be at the best gray. Like I
yeah.
thought that was the case. I basically had no idea about the fact that the car's colors will change in the first place.
Oh no, it was gorgeous to watch. It was so
But
beautiful to
one
see the
thing,
colors change.
it should not change to red because if it changed to red, Defoe won't be happy.
It's not red. It's really deep. It's a beautiful deep like orange. It's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. I love that color.
Okay.
I am just in awe of
But
that. I was so excited to see it.
And
that sounds
also,
amazing.
the funny, the one of the funnier radios which I liked this week was when Lance's team was like, "Can you bring the car back to the paddock?" And he's like,
What?
"Bro, I've hit a wall. The car's on the wall."
You
Arjun,
know
the
what? He was
memes that have
so
come out
calm
with it.
about it. He was so calm about it. He was like, "No, I'm in the wall." Oh
Sonia, have
my
you seen the
god!
memes that have been made from that? Oh my god, just seeing that. I think I saw that one Lance Stroll. The two memes that I saw on repeat was number one, Lance Stroll. That and number two, the Kevin Magnussen Esteban Ocon one. Oh my god, it was gorgeous just to watch it. Oh
He
my
was
god.
so
Oh yeah,
funny.
but go on. Let's get back to Formula One Academy. Sonia, which are the liveries you don't like? Let's go.
Obviously, it's my personal opinion.
Go for it. Go for it.
Um, so obviously, like I said, the McLaren. I like the color, but I feel like they could have done, I don't know, something more. Add like lines or something.
More
Also,
sponsors?
yeah, just a bit creative, you know. And then also the Ferrari. I feel like a little bit. I don't
Mm,
know. It's weird. It's a weird look. And
yeah.
then mm, I don't know. Maybe the Mercedes. I feel like they could also make it a little bit prettier. I feel like they have it in
What about the Williams?
Williams.
It's just a plain blue.
Yeah, it's
It's
also
not
just
a plain blue. It is like the original Williams car.
Arjun, plain blue.
No, no, no. So if you look the car alone, it has got two shades of blue, like the
Mm-hmm.
original Williams car. Because the original Williams car
Interesting.
doesn't have a lot of what do you call sponsors too,
Yeah.
I mean, the
unlike
Williams is
your team
fine.
McLaren, which is
Uh,
loaded with sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
the Williams is
Yes.
actually that's fine. It's only, yeah, it's the McLaren that bothers me the most because I thought they would have something so cool.
Poor Bianca.
But no, but when I first saw it, I was like, are they just gonna give it plain to her? And then, like, after the races, they added like some of the stickers, and I was like, "Okay, but it's still like plain. Can you do something?" Because I know McLaren is like a creative team, and I know they have it in them to do something. They didn't, and I was like so disappointed. But it's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
Hopefully
now that
next year
makes
they
sense.
give
That
me.
makes more sense. Yeah.
But yeah, see, I think I went into it with the expectation that it's gonna look exactly the same as the F1 cars.
Mm-hmm.
So my mistake. But yeah,
What is with British drivers having neon helmets on their head? Except for
I
George
loved
Russell.
it. I loved it so much.
Lewis Hamilton brought the thing. Then Lando Norris followed the suit. Now Bierman has the exact same thing.
But you should
Neon
understand,
yellow, neon
Lando's.
lids. What's the problem?
Uh, but you should understand that Lando's was not because of Lewis Hamilton, but because of Valentino Rossi.
Yeah,
but
but
maybe it's a British thing.
Maybe it's
because
a
see,
British.
idly in that one, I know only George Russell is going a full blue, and technically,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but whatever.
You
Uh,
know what? The helmet isn't that cool yet this year. They need to, I don't know,
Yeah.
jazz it up a bit.
no,
But
I'm
have you
pretty.
seen Oscar from Melbourne?
Oh, did you guys see Oscar showed his helmet? Oh my god, it was so
It's so
beautiful.
nice. I love it. I
Oscar's
love the
helmet's
like
so
little
gorgeous.
outback. It's so cute.
Honestly, it's so pretty. But another meme that I kept seeing, and I remember right now, was like the four Brits together, and all I kept seeing was, "Oh, One Direction's back," and I'm like, "No, no, don't do this to me."
I was like, well, Lewis is a bit old, but okay.
I'll take Lando. I'll take Ollie. I'll take George. Oh
Well,
my
what was
god!
Alex? What was Alex?
But Alex goes under the Thai flag.
No, but I mean, you can get rid of the accent, so it's fine.
True,
We
true,
can.
true.
I mean, because Niall Horan is Irish, so we can let him
Okay,
in.
we'll make it work. Oh, but yeah, I mean the neon helmets. It's a pattern. I am quite. I
I'm
don't know what
not
I feel about the pattern. Honestly,
surprised.
like
But that I'm just really curious right now. Like any of those F1 people, although or those helmet designing people, ever listens to this podcast, we have a very big question. Why three? Like, okay, there were like four British drivers on the grid that day. In that, three of them hold a neon lid or a neon yellow color on their helmets. I just want to
yeah,
know why. It is something I'm really curious. Like pretty much all of us at Formula Party are very curious to know why that's a thing.
yeah. And
Because
Arjun, I think.
even though I like the neon color, the neon
Uh-huh.
yellow, because it's just that at least it stays with the neon green of Kick Sauber. But I'm
Highlighters.
just curious. But yeah, you Vishruti, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No, one before before we go on to the next or before we end. Arjun, I think now you have an idea of how the British flag is gonna look like in a Ferrari suit for next year.
Of course, like I know. I've seen all these like s- race suit design,
Big suit.
like how those three lines, those three colors are kind of implemented in.
Yeah,
So it's pretty interesting.
it
But I'm
looks
pretty
nice
sure
though.
Ferrari won't put a blue in their color scheme. The max will just be like black, white, yellow, red. No more than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nothing else because those are Ferrari's colors. So now at least we have an idea of what the flag will look like for Lewis next. I can't even bring myself to
True, but
say
you
it.
don't know what is going to be the race.
Yeah.
Each year, the race suit kind of changes off, so you basically have no.
Ooh, what if it goes back to white? Has Ferrari ever had a white racing suit?
No. Mercedes
Those had
predominantly had a white racing suit.
I do not, absolutely do not want back that yellow suit that they had.
those.
No, I can't take it.
I remember the memes back then. They were like, "Oh, they're basically
Yes,
like chicks who have just like got out of the egg right now."
And no. You know what just came to mind? That one Charles Leclerc this thing, right? I look so good. Banana suit.
I know, and also some people were like, "Is he actually? Is he really, really, really working at McDonald's?"
Oh God,
But
I
yeah,
love how.
but yeah, keeping all those conversations aside, like honestly, like okay, compared to Bahrain, did you actually enjoy this race, or was this a bit more? Was it like boring compared to Bahrain?
if
Sonia,
I
you want to
go
go
first.
first? Yeah,
Okay,
go
well, I
first.
didn't really watch the whole race, but I feel like it was more interesting. Bahrain was a little bit more boring. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
you're saying Bahrain was interesting versus Saudi
No,
Arabia?
no, no. Saudi is more interesting.
Saudi is more interesting. Okay, fine. Rishati,
Oh
what's your
yeah.
take?
No, I absolutely agree with Sonia. I mean the stuff that happened in Saudi. First of all, Gasly out before he even starts. Okay,
Yeah,
number two, Lance gets out. I hit the wall. I loved that, right? And then Kevin Magnussen, Ollie Behrman, Carlos with his appendix, then or lack thereof right now, and then the whole Lewis Hamilton, Oscar Piastri thing. Oh my god.
yeah, so much happened.
So much happened. I mean, for me, I just eliminate the fact that Max Verstappen exists and Red Bull exists, and I take into consideration the rest of them, which they gave me a very interesting race, including that one, that probably 20 minutes where Lando Norris was the race leader. Very happy about that.
Fair
So it
enough.
was much
Sort of
more
fun.
entertaining this yeah, plus the fact that McLaren's actually in the top 10 this time
Yeah.
compared to last year.
Which is pretty much a good result, though, to be very honest.
Yeah, and
Exactly, I
they're
love
Um,
it.
third in the constructors, so that's really good.
Exactly, we have taken over Mercedes. I feel so proud.
stop gloating a lot. We will
I
come
feel
back.
so proud.
No, no,
We
no. I
will.
was gonna say this.
We
Sorry.
will come back. You wait and
Arjun,
watch.
you do realize the next one is one of the drivers' home races.
Yeah.
For what?
Sorry. And that's like my one of my favorite
Australia
guys.
is Oscar's home race. He will have home crowd advantage. He will do well.
You realize there are two Australian
Yeah, but
drivers in the grid,
Danny,
right?
poor guy. He
Let
has
Danny
like
Rick also go up there. I am fine. My predictions will be Danny Rick and Oscar Piastri on the podium. I do not care.
That's gonna be
Danny.
a
Let's be
with
Oscar
with
then.
I
Danny.
with
know Oscar. See,
with a
I'm
sitting Max Verstappen, you telling Daniel Ricciardo and Oscar Piastri both on the podium. I am really, really, really surprised.
crash,
Okay, you
crash,
know what? We'll make
crash.
it Max, Oscar, and let's do Lando.
Let's do it. Sonia, I love you so much. Double McLaren. Oh my god. This was good.
But
This is good.
one thing is there for sure. When Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, the common thing was Max Verstappen had more than 10 seconds of lead. Him
Mhm.
and his number two, Sergio Perez,
My
gap
god.
was 13.643.
Oh my god.
The
I think
other
it was
one,
people started
not to
flickering already.
13.
But you guys, I saw a video of someone and they were like, we don't count P1, we don't count max, we start from P2. And I was like,
That
yep,
is me.
yeah, yeah,
That is
that's
me.
how we do it.
That's absolutely me. For me, the Red Bulls don't exist. If they're P1, P2, they don't exist to me. My entertainment starts beyond the Red Bulls.
No,
In my
because
head, McLaren is P2 in the constructors.
No, at least one thing is there. The gap is reduced because in Bahrain, Sergio Perez and Max's gap was 22.457. So the gap is reducing. It's just that it is not reducing as we want it to reduce.
The thing is, though, Sergio needs that for next year. He
Yeah,
really needs to prove that he needs the seat.
but we don't want that.
We don't want that, but he needs to prove it. So he will try to prove it as much as he can. It's just that we don't want that, number one. Number two, I really, really hope it's not a repeat of Monaco 2 years back.
Oh,
You may not know how things will go, but let's
I
see.
don't want him to win. I don't want.
But on that terrible disappointment, thank you so much for tuning on to another episode of Formula Pod. Please do like, share, and subscribe our podcast. Our podcasts are available across all your favorite podcast platforms. Until next time, this is the entire crew down here at Formula Pod signing off. Goodbye.